y'all seen this? So obvious that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. If you don't know, let me inform you about what happened. Caitlin Clark committed a hard foul on Angel Reese as she was wide open for a free, easy layup. After watching Caitlin Clark's flagrant foul on Angel Reese and the aftermath, there is no way Angel Reese can continue the lie that she doesn't dislike Caitlin Clark. I know what hatred looks like. Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Not some basketball rivalry hate either. Hate. This is a still shot. After the foul that Caitlin Clark put on Angel Reese tried to hit her. But if it wasn't for Aaliyah Boston putting her arms in the way, Angel Reese would not be playing basketball anymore because she was going to sucker punch Caitlin Clark.
Man, listen. Ryan Clark was right. Ryan Clark was right about RG3.
RG3 called what Angel Reese did hate. He said you could see the hate on her face for Caitlin Clark. I'm not really sure when we moved in to being able to read the expressions of a person and know their intent, know their character, know their perspective. But he does understand hate because I think he also understands the hate of self. And so now, though, when RG3 jumps on to the hate train or to the angry train and now follows along with what we saw from Keith Olbermann, what we saw from Dave Portnoy as they poured on to Angel Reese to make her the villain in Caitlin Clark's heroic or hero story. Right. The one thing we know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what black women have to endure in this country. So now if you're RG3, when is the last time within your household you've had a conversation about what she's dealing with? You haven't been able to do that because in both of your marriages, you've been married to white women. You haven't had opportunities to have those conversations to educate you on what they're feeling, what black women deal with, what they're seeing when they think of a young Angel Reese. And the whole time that he's mimicking Angel Reese and bobbing his head and moving his neck while he's doing this whole piece, his wife is in the back amening and clapping. And so to me, it's just another situation that now this young lady has to deal with. But it also leads to what black women deal with a lot from black men who have chose to date or marry outside of their race. They always feel like they have to go the extra mile to prop up the woman that they're married or the woman that they're with over black women by denigrating black women. I feel like we should have an opportunity to move past that and understand that Angel Reese can be great in her own right, as Caitlin Clark is as well. Caitlin Clark is a likable and lovable superstar. She pays homage to the stars of the past. She pays homage to the black women that have come before her. And now she is carrying the mantle forward. So there's no need to pin those two against each other and paint them based on stereotypical tropes. And I think this is what I like RG3 to know, that no matter how much he continues to echo the microaggressions of racists, he'll be no less black than me.
But before Ryan Clark was right, Rob Parker tried to warn us.
My question, which is just a straight, honest question, is he a brother or is he a cornball brother?
What does that mean?
Yeah, explain that.
Well, he's not really. Okay, he's black, he kind of does the thing, but he's not really down with the cause. He's not one of us. He's kind of black, he's in the, but he's not really like the guy you really want to hang out with because he's off to something else.
Why is that your question?
Well, because that's just how I want to find out about him. I don't know.
Now, this is not a situation similar to Tiger Woods and his infamous Caucasian comment, because that was a young man, a multi-racist, trying to figure his way out in the world. We're talking about a real black man that does not want to be defined as black or African American and has married not one but two white women. The funny thing about these guys that marry white women, they almost always have some type of a self-hate situation going on. Half of the time, it's a fetish. You know, they just want white women just because there's some fetish type stuff going on. But a lot of them, there's a lot of self-hate going on. And when you ask these guys why they prefer white women over black women, they can give you 1,016 excuses why they don't like black women. But they can't give you one of why they like a white woman. And what we see here, and like Ryan Clark said, is we have a lot of black men in this world that will date and go with white women and go out of their way to tear down black women. We're seeing this right now with RG3. RG3 RG3 got mad because no one was pushing the narrative that Angel Reese was trying to be bad or beat up Caitlin Clark because of this hard foul. So he went and created the narrative. Kind of, oh, I seen her face. Look at her face. I know hate when I see it. Look at this. If you know black women, that's the black women side eye. Like, yeah, that's what that view is. But if you don't date black women, you don't know that. So Ryan Clark was spot on. If you're not in a situation where you're constantly dealing with black women and knowing what they deal with on a day in and day out, shut up. Shut up. This man sat here and tried to tear down a black woman as a black man and thinking that doing so is going to benefit him. Because what we've seen happen over and over and over and over and over again is familiarity be weaponized. Where the dominant society will get someone that looks like you and I to beat up on you and I, and you won't say nothing because, oh, I know them. I ain't gonna beat up another black man. Because that's the narrative some people try and push when you're pushing back on RG3. Oh man, don't get out in the public and beat up on another black man. So I'm supposed to just sit here and watch this black man beat up on black women? Nah, that ain't happen. 304 crap is 304 crap, and that's what RG3 is on. We've seen it time and time again. I've asked guys, if you got a white woman for a partner, wife, what have you, and you're a black man, put in the comments, why are you with her? Because I'm curious, because I've not had one guy that prefers black women. Excuse me, I've not had one guy that prefers white women over black women to ever tell me why that is. I can guesstimate why, but RG3, you missed the point, man. And we've seen RG3 make off the cuff remarks before, trying to mimic the same behaviors that we see from white bread when they want to talk slick about black people. RG3, cut it out. No matter how much you shuck and jive, you still is black. You might be a coon, but you black.